it's Louise here from Crazy Borgies, back with another video, another crafting video. So this time I am gonna be doing a knit along. Yes, you heard correct, not a stitch along, a knit along. So still knitting this beautiful scarf for my daughter, although after looking at it I think I may have done it a bit wide for her, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but I'm just going to carry on knitting. I suppose it can grow, she can grow with it, or it can grow with her, I don't know. Anyway, before I start my knit along, if I could ask you to just like, subscribe, share, comment down below, follow me on TikTok and Instagram on Crazy Borgies Diamond Art, and hit the little notification bell which will notify you of my future video uploads. Now you will hear some background noise today because I do have my children still at home on half term. We're going to go bowling this evening, so I thought I'd just hop on because I'm sitting here knitting away, so I thought I might as well just hop on and say hello, a quick hello to you guys. I do have an unboxing video as well that I need to do, 2 unboxing videos, but I fancied just sitting here and doing some knitting with you guys. So let's get knitting. So yeah, this is basically still going on this scarf. I think by the time it's ready it will probably be winter, will be over basically, so she'll have it for next winter anyway. Yeah, at least I can't hurt myself with these needles. Oh, although I was talking to a friend yesterday and she said that she'd hurt herself on a pair of knitting needles, so it is a possibility still. So I'm just doing the standard knitting stitch, no fancy stitch for this scarf, just a standard knitting stitch. And I'm loving the colour of this as well, with all the little shiny sparkly bits in the wool. So it's currently Friday the 17th of February here in the UK, and it's coming up to about 3 PM I think. It's not a very nice day though, it's still quite cloudy. Looks like it's going to rain actually. So, but I just needed to get these kids out of the house because they drive me insane, guys, if they're in the house. Because they're just, it's always, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. So the best thing is to just get them out for a bit. So I thought, well, I had a day at home yesterday, so bowling today. Okay, so I've had Rio out already this morning. She's in a bit of a better mood than what she was yesterday. I think what it is she's getting her feathers changing again. She's losing some feathers and growing some new ones, and she gets very grumpy when that happens. So I may go quiet, it's just because I'm concentrating, that's all. Also, I've had quite an uneventful week this week. Nothing really that interesting happening in my life at the moment. Yeah, this is a very chunky scarf, this is. I think I just done way too many stitches on it, but never mind. So there's one row completed. Now we go on to the other side. So it's just simply the stitch I'm doing is just a normal standard knitting stitch, which is where you just put it through the loop, and then you put this bit around there like so, and then off. I find it really difficult to explain knitting, you know, a lot harder than cross stitch. I find cross stitch is easier for me to describe. I did start doing some of the pink blossom on that tree the other day. Oh gosh, I think it's just going very, very carefully with the pink blossom on that that cross stitch kit, just because, as I said, some of the symbols are a bit difficult to read. No, don't do that, darling. Mummy needs that. She's trying to run off with my ball now. She's laughing at me here, bless her. She likes watching me cross stitch actually, and she does like watching me diamond paint, I must admit. But I just have to keep the diamonds away from her because she gets a bit excitable with them, shall we say. Yeah, if I could do this again, I think I'd have it not so many stitches on one row, because it's just a bit too big and bulky, I think. Got the sun coming out now, makes a nice change. There was me saying it was going to rain. I really need to get back to practicing my saying my rosary daily. I feel like I've neglected it quite a lot recently, just because I've been so busy, you know, and it's easy to think, yeah, I'll do it later on, and then you fall asleep. It's not good, but I do feel the Catholic guilt, as I say, that I need to really get back into meditating and praying it daily, because it does make it is a huge blessing, and it does really help me in my life. So gives me a peace of mind, and I really need to get back to doing that daily. But I am suffering with terrible brain fog at the moment. I just keep forgetting things all the time. Forgetting people's birthdays. Just forgetting things. Could be tiredness though, because my insomnia's back a bit as well. So, you know. But I feel slowly I have to get back to the roots and the heart of me, which is the only place I'm going to find it is increasing my prayer life. So that's what I have to, I know what I have to do when I feel like this. So yeah, I just got to do it. So there we go. And after praying the rosary, just everything just feels, I feel like all my problems just melt away. I can feel it, you know. You just have to trust in the Lord, and I do 100% put all my faith into the Lord, because he knows me best, and he knows what I need more so than what I do, really. Let me know in the comments section what you want to talk about, what you would like me to discuss. My thoughts, my feelings, obviously within reasons. I'm not going to go into anything political or any major debates. But let me know what subjects you'd like me to discuss with you, because I do run out of things to talk about, because I live quite a boring life, guys. I really do. I know it doesn't seem it, but I do. It's all about my kids, my faith, and my crafting, and that's about it, really. Pretty simple life, but it's the best life for me, and it's a life that I want to lead. Because if you're not happy in your life, then you've got to change it, haven't you? You've got to do something to change it. And I have to say, I'm very happy with my life at the moment. I'm happy with my children, and I'm happy with my hobbies, although I wouldn't class my hobbies as just hobbies. I'd say they're more passions, because I have a zest for it, you know. I have a passion for it, and just really happy in general, really. But it doesn't mean to say that every day's a good day, because some days I'm not so happy. But I think, you know, that is life. You're going to go through ups and downs, different challenges. And it's like I'm always saying, they are sent to us to give us, make us stronger in character, in our faith, in our relationships. Know what you want and what you expect out of certain people, and you know, every now and then you do have to cut away some of the dead wood, I call it. You know, you have to go through your life and make some changes, whether it be changes in relationships, changes in friendships, etc. Because that's what happens when you're continuously growing, guys. When you're continuously trying to better yourself or better your life, you have to continuously look at the people that are in your life and think to yourself, well, are they bringing me joy? Are they bringing me happiness? Are they there for me? You know, am I there for them? Do they make me feel in a nice or good in a certain way? And if they don't, then you have to just cut them off, you know, not nastily, but just gradually. And I think I'm learning that as you get older, you have to prioritize and readjust who you spend your time and life with, because you know, my time is precious and everyone's time is precious, because we are only here for a short time, and the last thing you want to do is, when you're lying in that hospital bed, look back on your life and think, oh man, what a waste of my life, spending it with this person, or not doing it this when I wanted to do that, you know. So you've got to try. It's not easy, but you've got to try to evaluate yourself and your relationships. I'm finding though, as I'm getting older, that I find it a lot easier to evaluate my relationships and friendships. When I was younger, I found it increasingly difficult. And as long as you're happy with who you are, and you're a fairly decent person, and you put God first and live the best life that you can lead without hurting anyone, then that's all that matters. There we go, there's another row done. So because I've done so many stitches, it's taking me ages just to get through one row, and I think this is like my third ball of wool already I'm going through, but it's quite long, as you can see. She's only 6. I don't know what I was thinking really making it so wide, but it could be a little skirt for her even, couldn't it, instead of a scarf? But it is what it is. At least she could always, what she's going to have to do, I think, is just fold it in half to wrap it round her neck, bless her. She definitely won't be getting ill with this scarf, I tell you. And they've all got coughs at the moment. So yeah, I had to get the bowling slot. The only one that was available was one for this evening at 10 to 8. That's all that was available, but that's perfect for my kids because they're all like night owls anyway, so you know. So I could quite easily fall asleep knitting, because once again it does relax me so much. It really does. Although I'm not really liking these needles. I wish I'd have got some bamboo ones, really, or some wooden ones. So last night I was watching the conclusion of that Netflix series. What was it? The Love is Blind. Oh my gosh. Some of them really made me cry, actually. I could really relate to some of the girls, some of the issues and problems they had. And yeah, I think only 2 out of the 5 couples ended up actually staying with the person that they'd chosen in the pod and actually going on to marry. And you could see they were genuinely happy. But I do think age and maturity on the men's part has a huge factor to play in it as well, because couple of the 2 that failed, 2 out of the ones that failed, the guys were only in their 20s and the girls were in their 30s, early 30s. And I was thinking, you know, it might not seem like a huge amount at that time, but maturity wise it really is, because they're not gonna, they might say they want to get married, but they won't have the maturity to cope with it, you know, being in a marriage. So it's really sad though, seeing them girls cry. One of them was really upset because he actually was really mean to her, some of the stuff he said, but I don't honestly think he actually realised what he was saying, because when they done the reunion show he was kind of like, well, I don't remember actually saying that. So I think maybe he might have had a bit of ADHD and just really couldn't remember saying it, because he was virtually calling her a liar, and she was like, I'm not lying, I know that, I remember clearly what you said to me, you know. So either he said it and didn't realise he'd said it, and I do think men's problem is a lot of the time that they say things without thinking about what they're saying, you know, because they're not as emotional as women. You know, we take everything to heart. And he was really body shaming her, and at one point she said she even stopped eating because he was saying to her, like, do you really think you should be eating that, you know, and you're not going to eat 2 pieces of fruit, are you? Stuff like that to her. And that's such a horrible thing to say to a woman. And there was nothing wrong with her weight, you know, she was curvy, but you know, that's how certain women are. I'm like that. It doesn't matter how much I exercise, I'm always going to be curvy, you know. And again, that could be a genetical thing though, because all the women in my dad's side of the family, we're all quite curvaceous, you know. There's not many of us that are skinny. And certainly after you have children, your body is never going to be exactly the same as before. There we go. Right. I think just one more row, because I'm going to end up falling asleep here, guys. It's terrible. It does. I really could fall asleep here. I think someone's turned my heating on full blast as well. There we go. Probably one of the kids. Ooh, nearly lost my stitch there. But yeah, it's interesting seeing people's relationships, different ways of how people find love and the one, if there is the one. I'm not convinced there is. I think it is just who you are most suited to at that time in your life. Yeah. So think of me this evening bowling. No, I'm not going to be bowling. I've just paid for the kids to go bowling, so I'll just be sitting there watching them or helping them. It's very noisy in there though, very noisy, and they've got all the flashing lights but actually my child with special needs, she actually really loves bowling. Really enjoys it. But towards the end of the game, you can see she gets a bit restless and wants to, you know, move on from it, so to speak. That's why I only pay for one game, because it's really not worth my while paying for two. Mind you, you know what probably doesn't help and sends me to sleep is this humming noise of this blinking fish light that she likes. Oh, it drives me insane, guys. She wants it on as soon as she gets up in the mornings. It really drives me insane. If you're wondering why Rio's so quiet, it's because before I started filming, I topped up her food bowl and her water bowl, and she'd already had a little cuddle, so she was a bit more relaxed, shall we say. And once she knows there's food, fresh food up in her cage, she's like, she's happy and content. So I think we're coming to the end of this row now. So thank you so much for joining me today for this lovely knit along. And yeah, let me know if you want me to do any more knit alongs as well. Or does it make you feel sleepy? Because it does make me feel sleepy. But Even when I'm watching it on TV, though, it makes me feel sleepy. But anyway, please like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram on Crazy Porgy's Diamond Arts. And hit the little notification bell, which will notify you of my future video uploads. Okay, guys? So I'll just come to the end of this row. Let me know what series you're watching on Netflix as well. Any good films to watch as well. I'm really into Netflix series at the moment. Don't know what happened there. I think I might have dropped a stitch. That's a good thing about this wool though. If you do drop a stitch, it's not the end of the world, because you can kind of disguise it. Not gonna lie, it's quite easy to disguise a dropped stitch with this wool. Anyway, so there we go. That's, I don't think you can really see it, but it's getting there, isn't it? Nice long scarf. It is slowly getting there. So I think I've got two balls of wool left. This wool is what I'm using, and King Cole. So just 2 balls of wool left. I'm hoping it should be enough. I think it will be. But anyway, I hope it is a beautiful colour though, isn't it? I hope you've enjoyed watching me knit along today, guys. Take care, God bless, and I hope you all have a beautiful remainder of your Friday. Okay? Bye for now, guys. Bye.